Now let us welcome back Bro Leng Huat to share on letting go of happiness. Let's see what he had to share today. Over to you, Bro Leng Huat.
Thank you, Brother Terence. Thank you. Thank you for hosting this Sunday Pūjā again. Okay, today we will talk about letting go for happiness. Okay, the thing is, okay, last week, I think, yes, last week we spoke about health being the most important element for our happiness. I quoted Dhammapada verse 204. Remember, I said that Arogya Parama Labha, that is, health is the highest gain. Health is the highest bliss. Santutti Paramang Danang, contentment is the greatest wealth. Our mental well-being, there's contentment. You must learn to be contented, in short. Visasa Paramanyati, the trusted are the best relatives. This is your social well-being. Nibbanang Paramang Sukang. Nibbana is the highest bliss, spiritual well-being. So I quoted this, and then I will repeat. The line number one, it says Arogya Parama Labha, meaning health is the highest gain. So what do you mean by health is the highest gain? So for this, we need to learn to say we need to let go. Let go our innate, let go so that we can get our peace. Let go for our peace and physical well-being. So then we refer back to what I have quoted to you for physical well-being. And we say that health is the highest gain. Arogya Parama Labha. Okay, the question today is how do we get or maintain this kind of health? And the second thing we say is contentment. We mentioned Santutti Paramang Danang. That is, contentment is the greatest wealth. So we focus on these two. That's why I say we learn to let go. Let go for happiness. Okay? So the secret to health for the mind and body is not to mourn for the past, nor about the future. Live life in the present, happily, wisely, with enthusiasm. That is the secret behind it. The secret of wanting health and the secret of being contented is learn to let go. So we learn to let go. And what do you mean? We will explore slowly. We explore slowly. These are my thoughts. So we explore slowly. So letting go. When we say letting go is actually the English version. The Buddha didn't say let go. The Buddha didn't speak English then. So the Buddha didn't say let go, but the Buddha has always used that word called upekha in Pali. Upekha can also kind of mean let go because when you let go, then your feelings become equanimous. So upekha. So we become equanimous. So letting go is to remain equanimous. We will say that way. So letting go. Okay. And then sometimes difficult. Sometimes we find it difficult to be free from this physical and emotional kind of attachment. Very difficult. Because we are always nursing our wounds. We are always nursing our wounds. We always want to sympathize here, sympathize ourselves. So, okay, we have to learn that. We have to learn to let go all these kind of things. We'll demonstrate to you how this can be done. You see, or how, when it's done, how you feel better. Okay, we demonstrate to you. So letting go is the opposite of attachment or clinging. Clinging or attachment. And this, actually, the Buddha has said there's a cause of suffering. So if we don't let go, means we cling. If we cling means we are attached. If we are attached, means that is a cause of suffering, which is not happiness, which is the opposite of happiness. So we must always look at this. We always look at it and understand that letting go is the opposite of attachment. Then we will understand better. Now, I don't want to be attached because attachment, the Buddha has said it very clearly for us that this is the cause of suffering. And the suffering is definitely not happiness. Correct? So we will say that upekha is the way lah, upekha. Now, so again, I have always emphasized lah, strongly encourage us all to practice love lah, love and loving kindness, compassion lah. These are the secret to being happy, because this is the secret of being happy when okay, so this is actually the secret of being happy lah. Now, we will demonstrate to you what you mean by let go means you feel very much happy. Now, this is going to be Chinese New Year. And I'm sure many of us will have the experience of going shopping, isn't it? Chinese New Year, we do a lot of shopping lah. I went also with my wife recently lah. I went, and then, so I told her, okay, go away for a while. She goes to her ladies section and she buys what she wants to buy. Well, I just go and browse at some other things lah. So we were for that half an hour, we were being on our own. But when I met her, wow, she was carrying bags and bags of things. So heavy. You can see the load she carries, So of course, this good husband like hero, going quickly help her Okay, help you to carry maybe she did groceries or everything Okay, help you to carry. And then when I carried, you can see the sign of relief in her face. She felt, relief. You see, because she let go the load, she let go the burden she was carrying. And I felt the burden, of course, I'm carrying. So we quickly went to the car, opened the car boot, I put it in, then I also felt very relieved. So that is the burden that we carry. So you see, when we leave the burden down, we feel so relief, And I'm sure many of us here, all of us have experienced that. When we go shopping, we carry lots of things. But when we leave the load down, we put in the car boot, we so relieved. So that is the meaning of letting go. So we must learn to let go, right? Because the burden we carry with us, why we carry all this mourning for the past and for the future, what for? So learn to let go this part. Then we live in the present. Okay, so that is now we have demonstrated to you We have demonstrated to you what do we mean by that So when we say let go, now I have demonstrated to you, we carry lots and lots of things during Chinese New Year shopping. And then when we put it in the car boot, we feel so relieved. Okay, now this is exactly about making the decision to forgive others as well as to forgive yourself. Okay, so let go of that grudge that we have. We sometimes have a little bit of grudge against certain things. In life, it is inevitable. We have a lot of frictions here and there. Unless you're an arahant, then you may not have any more of this kind of feelings, no more of this friction. So that's what we are going to, we're aiming to be an arahant, so that our mind will remain in upekha all the time, in equanimous. Our mind becomes equanimous all the time. No emotional fluctuation of happy, sadness, angry, things like that. So now, we must first learn. The first thing we learn to let go is the baggage of what? The first baggage, remember, we are carrying lots of things after shopping, so heavy when we put it down. And what we are carrying emotionally for the past year is maybe the feeling of dissatisfaction with against somebody. The grudge we have against some people. So this we have to let go. Correct? We must learn to let go this grudge, because this is a burden you are carrying. Okay, last night I had the opportunity to go and listen to one Dhamma talk by Venerable Dr. Chandima, I think, whereby he said that, so we let go means, yes, it's difficult to say that may our enemies be well and happy. Sometimes difficult. I agree. Sometimes somebody will just hurt you very badly, and then you want to say, may he be well and happy. Ada susah sikit lah kan, sometimes So, okay, sorry. There's a correction. Venerable Pema Ratana, Venerable Pema Ratana was saying also lah. So I concur with what he said also. When we have somebody we're not happy with, it's not easy to say that may he be well and happy lah. Kadang-kadang kita ni marah kalau susah mau cakap may he be well and happy. So, but at least we train ourselves. First part of letting go of that heavy burden, because you have a grudge against somebody who has hurt you very badly. It is difficult. Yes. That what Pema Ratana had said last night. Very difficult for you to say, may he be well and happy. How can somebody who has hurt you so badly, you say, may he be well and happy? But we have to train ourselves to eventually say that. The first step that we can do, is to at least say that may he be wiser. Right? May he not repeat these mistakes again, so we don't want him to be well and happy. Kadang-kadang kita ni marah-marah kalau susah lah. I understand. We are just being normal. We are not trying to be a hypocrite. Say, oh, I can forgive my enemies. It's not difficult, not easy sometimes. But at least the first step forward of wanting to let go that load, of releasing that grudge we have against people, is to say, may he be wiser this year. That's the first step we take. And I'm sure when the first step is taken, you can slowly cultivate and say eventually, may he be well and happy. So that's how we train ourselves. And that is how the load will be let off. Otherwise, you carry the load throughout years and years and years, no point. So that is the first load that we will take out today. We must learn to let go and to learn to forgive people and also to forgive ourselves. Sometimes we like to put blames onto ourselves also. Sometimes we blame people. What mistakes we make, we blame others. But there are people also, there are times when we blame ourselves. We say that we are not competent lah. Oh, I cannot lah. For me, I my bad luck lah, my karma lah. Sometimes, yes, we blame ourselves. So all this load, we must learn to let go. We must learn to forgive others and also to forgive ourselves. If we have made a mistake has been done. Forgiving others does not mean that we accept his excuses, It doesn't mean we accept your excuses also. We have made a mistake, he has made a mistake, he has made you angry, but at least we say that may he be wiser, and also we hope we are not saying that we accept and we overlook at this, we accept his excuses, But what we are saying is that it has been done. There's nothing can be undone. Not that we accept, not that we agree with these excuses, Somebody who has hurt you, give you excuses. It's not that you agree with the excuses, but at least we say that it has been done, cannot be undone. So may he be wiser in future. Don't do it again. Not that I accept his excuses, no. So also you must forgive ourselves. Don't say that we are not competent or we have that. Sometimes we have a complex. We think that, when I do things sure, tak jadi one. When I do things sure, things will be disrupted. Things won't be successful. No, it's not true. So if we have done it, it's not successful, we learn from the mistakes and we continue with life. Don't fret over the past. Don't dwell over the past. That is called living in the past. If you mourn for the past, you are living in the past. And then you worry too much about the future, then you are living in the future. We learn from the past, we plan for the future. We live in the present. That is what we should do. Okay? I have actually lots of things to talk about this letting go, but I'm just selecting things that is suitable and things that will have that I can have enough time. I don't want to take too much of your time today. Okay, the next thing that we have to learn to be, like what we said just now, was the second. Okay, that was the first. The health is the greatest wealth, I will say. Health is the highest gain. Arogya Paramalabha. And we say that way, when you let go of all these kind of things, you can become healthy. Your mind can become very healthy. And the second thing, which is contentment. Santutti paramang dhanang. That's contentment is the greatest wealth. So we also must learn to be contented, like, Sometimes we all go and makan, let's say, we go to a restaurant, we order food, We have ordered 6 beautiful dishes, and we're about to eat, we look at the neighbor's table, neighbor has got something different now. I think that one is better. We didn't order that. Before you can even eat, you're regretting already, Correct. You see, why can we learn to be contented? You got 6 beautiful dishes on your table, but we look peep at the neighbor's table. We should have ordered prawns today, lah. I think the prawns looks very good. We should have ordered crabs today. Crabs look very good. So where's the contentment? Correct. So that is another part of us. That is another part when I say let go means we have to let go of this lah. Let's be happy with what we have. That's what the Buddha does lah. Happy with the food, what the food is for his body needs. Of course, we are not an arahant now. We still need to enjoy and pamper our taste buds a bit here and there. But be contented with what you have lah. But I understand. Sometimes we order, after we order, we regret lah. I think today should have taken fish. I think we should have bought crabs. Should have. The roast duck looks very nice here. You see? So these are contentment. So this is also, I'm sure, we can let go lah. We should learn to let go on these kind of things lah. So that life becomes very conducive and healthy lah. Okay. Then there are times also. The sad part is sometimes when we feel we must learn to let go. For this, for our health we must also learn to walk away from relationships that do not value or appreciate us. We have to be fair, we have to be honest and real, in life. We have to be honest and real. If you think you cannot fit into that society, leave lah. Why want to remain there and then frustrate yourself every day and be not happy, So sometimes also we have to look into this. It is not running away, but we have to do it for our spiritual happiness, do it for our physical happiness, that is basically our health. Physical happiness means health. For me, definition of physical happiness is health. When you have health, you have that happiness. If you don't have that health, you can have all those luxuries in the world, you can have all those money in the world, you can have everything in the world, but you cannot enjoy it without your health, remember. So health is the punja. So we need the health. Okay? So if we cannot, and always if the surrounding of the society gives you a lot of headaches and a lot of problems, doesn't make you happy at all, so sometimes you must learn to let go. Let go and go away lah. So we don't want to frustrate ourselves too much, which is no good for you lah. Because if the society is not grateful to you, don't be there lah. Because the Buddha has said very clearly in the Katanya Sutta, people who are ungrateful are not reliable. So the Buddha has said it very, very clearly, So if people are not grateful, they're not reliable. So never mind, leave them. So we have to learn we have to learn to actually judge carefully in the society that we are in. We have to be very real. Some people, they're very conceitful, and then there becomes a mental state. Right? And that will destroy gratitude now. When you are so ungrateful, it destroys your gratefulness when you have to conceit about yourself, So that is a danger We must always be grateful to all our benefactors before and in particular our parents. In particular our parents, they are our first bodhisattva in our life. But don't walk away from them, So whatever it is, we must look after them. And the Buddha has made it very clearly in the Katanya Sutta. You can read it now, Katanya Sutta, that you must be grateful to your benefactors, and in particular your parents. There's no way you can repay their kindness, the Buddha says, unless you can bring them to the temple and let them take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Because why? Because if you take refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, you're guaranteed that you will not be reborn in the four woeful state. So we actually have brought them up well, in that way, we have repaid them. Huh? And of course, I think the most important one I think about letting go here is about letting go of someone you have loved so much and who is no more with you. Huh? Letting go of someone you have lost. Letting go of someone you have loved so much and you have lost. Lost because of death, because of other separation causes and all those things. So you have lost a loved one. And then you have to learn to let go. The danger here is many a times when we have lost our loved ones, they will be full of regrets. We regret that we did not do this when they were alive. We regret that we did not do this when they were alive. We can do this, we can do that, we can do many things for them we did not do. So when they are not around, this will come back to you, then you start regretting, this is called living in the past again. Don't do that. You must not, see, sometimes we part with your loved ones, whether due to death or sometimes due to life circumstances. They are no longer in our life. So the guilt, the longing, the sadness can be overwhelming and a complete roadblock to our living our daily lives. This will be very difficult. But if we are not careful, this can lead to depression. So we must be very careful when we lose our loved ones. We must be very careful, or else we can run into depression. Yeah. So that one you have to be very, very careful. So letting go does not mean that you don't want to remember him anymore. When we say let go, does not mean that never mind, pass away, you don't want to remember. Not true at all. Not true. Of course you can remember him. Of course you can do your services to him, spiritual religious services to him. Does not mean you forget him completely forget him. No, my parents passed away, completely forget. No, we will still remember. We remember and we'll always love them. And then that will allow us to go. Of course, there's a process of grieving now. When you lose there, you go through the process, never mind. But remember, we will go through the process of grieving. Yes, we have lost the loved one. Yes. And we say let go does not mean forget it completely. Don't worry. Everything is over. Pass away. Live your life again. Not true. We are not advocating for you to forget them completely. We must remember them. During our religious activities, we remember them. We dedicate merits to them. We transfer merits to them. We still take care of them in ways can. But don't lament too much. Don't live in the past and start regretting things that you didn't do. Yeah, that's what we are saying. Don't regret things that you cannot catch it anymore. Things that have passed. What can you do? You want to regret? No. You want to remember in it. Okay, we do good services in their name. Good. So now the consolation we have here is we know that they have passed away. Yes, we miss them. We are going to miss them. Yes. But the consolation here, if we are Buddhists, we know that karma will take its course. They have taken refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. They have been good people in their life. We believe in the law of karma. We know that they will be born in high heavens. Correct? We know that if they're not enlightened, they will be in heaven and they'll be enjoying themselves there. Whereby all the needs are there. So nothing to regret about not giving them this little food that they love or this little thing that they like. Up there, they have got many, many of those things and even more. Right? So we take the consolation. Nothing more to regret. Maybe they like char kway teow. I didn't buy char kway teow for them on that day. Don't worry, there they have got a lot of good char kway teow. Don't worry so much. So don't worry, don't think about, I should have given them a nicer place to stay. Don't worry, up there in heaven is a very nice place, very much better than what you can give them. So this is a consolation you have. So nothing to regret anymore. Don't think that, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have done this, I should have done that. No, don't worry. If you are a Buddhist, you know that karma will take its course, they will be there. But if you are a non-believer of karma, don't worry also, isn't it? They will also be born in the kingdom of God. Don't worry, they will be in the beautiful garden of God there. So there's nothing more to regret. They are comfortable where they are. So that will be our consolation. Our consolation is that they are going to be comfortable there. We don't dwell in the past too much. That is what is meant by living in the present. We remember them in the present. We remember them during our religious activities, but we don't want to dwell in that little thing that I did not do for them. We don't want to dwell on that little thing that I missed, that little thing that they wanted I didn't do. Many people have this kind of regrets. They will say that, I should have done this when she was alive. I should have done this. And if you're not careful, this will go into, you will go into depression. So be very careful with this. So that's all we want to say today. So we must let go of all the negative self-talks. Don't be so harsh on things, we allow ourselves to believe. So I think in a short summary here, when we say let go, also maybe I'll tell you a quick short story short story of letting go There was this two monks young monk and an older monk. Yeah, young monk and an older monk. So what happened is they were walking, they were trying to cross the river, and then they saw a lady there by the banks of the river. Lady by the banks of the river. So the lady dare not cross the river, afraid the current is too strong. He might drift her away. So the young monk thought, why not? I'm young and strong. So carried her on the back and then carried her across the river. So the older monk was watching, hey, why is the young fellow doing this? He cannot be carrying a lady, isn't it? On his back, isn't it? Then he carries her on the back and drop her. And then, okay, when they cross the river, drop her off. Then, okay, finish. But the old monk was still harping on it. He's called living in the past. Still harping and asking, why you want to carry the lady? Do you know that you cannot touch the lady that way, isn't it? You're carrying the lady on your back, You're a monk, you cannot do that. So the young monk kept quiet. They continue the journey. And the old man is still harping on it. That is called living in the past. Correct. Still harping on it. You should not have done that. You should not carry the lady on your back. So the young monk told that older monk, but Venerable Bhante, I have dropped her off at the river bank. Correct? I carried her across the river, I dropped her off. But you are still carrying her in your mind. Correct? So why are you still harping on it? It's all over. What? I carried her, she's safe, I dropped her off. Now carry on our life. Why want to regret for touching a lady? So that is what living in the past is all about. We harp on things that we cannot help. We want to keep on harping and harping and harping. So let's say we live in the present. So the conclusion here is I'm saying is that there are many roadblocks that can stand in our way. Letting go means releasing yourself from these things that prevent you from continuing your journey. Okay? So this is the little summary, little story that I can tell you. And in conclusion, I will say that there are many roadblocks. There are many roadblocks that stand in your way. Letting go means releasing yourself from these things that prevent you from continuing your journey. Please continue our journey carefully, wisely, and enthusiastically. Live in the present. And Happy New Year to you again. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With that, I will conclude my Dhamma sharing. I may want to continue with this letting go, but on a more technical term the next time. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Bro Leng Huat, for today's sharing. So let's dedicate those merits that have accrued so far to all beings, whether they are seen or unseen. Akasatha Chabumata Dewa Naga Mahittika Punyang Tamanumojitwa Chiram Lakantu Lokasasanang Ettawata Amhehi Sampadang Punya Sampadang Sabbe Dewa Sabbe Bhuta Sabbe Satta Numodantu Sabba Sampatti Siddhya. Idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. And aspirations? Imina punya kamena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yavani bana pattia. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for watching and staying back. For other videos, please visit the links below. Bye bye for now. See you all again next week.